Kikoko amumi mafodanu laye 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 laye. Everything given by God to you, man, is so beautiful. Marriage is not exceptional. It's a gift to my time. We are two welcome to figure in marriage. We are one. Make Oluwa bless our union so that we can be fruitful. Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni bí ọkàn mi. Olómi, the lover of my soul. Ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ ló dùn mọ́ mi yéye o. Dákun o, má ṣe fi mí sílẹ̀ lọ. Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni bí ọkàn mi.
Okay, can you hear us, please?
Yes, yes, you can hear.
That's fine.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Where is Madam? Okay, they say they can hear us. Now, the number on the screen. Welcome, Madam.
Yeah.
Within the number on the screen, we have, if you are calling from Nigeria, if you are calling from Qatar, and if you are calling from UAE. So those are the number that is on the screen. It's been right here. And this topic is Married Bachelors Part 2. Yeah. We have right in the house the Akinyanmis all the way from UNAB Arab Emirates, UAE, Dubai. Welcome. And I have my wonderful Madam,
I think
Rublicious Ruby. So, sir, you please shift a little bit to the side. I have that fine picture beside you.
Hold on. I'm trying to correct something.
Okay, all right, no problem.
I'm trying to correct the number.
Okay.
Okay.
It should be what I typed now.
Okay.
Okay.
You is 575. No, it's 565024 551.
Oh, I wrote 57. That should be me.
Okay. It's actually okay. So I put the right number there already.
Okay.
You say.
Can you pick? Can I see the right number also?
Yes, I typed the right number already to you. Sent to you.
Okay.
It's sent already there.
Whether I can see it and pin it.
Okay.
1 minute, please.
Okay.
Check. I'll put it again. Don't worry.
All right.
56 50
5024 551
4551.
Yeah.
Dubai. Okay. UAE. Post. I don't know whether I can pin. Okay, I can pin 2 comments. Okay, it's only one that I can pin.
It's all right. Wait, let it go. We need to be in the comments. So.
It's okay that way. Everybody knows the number from here. I think they can.
Welcome. God bless you, sir. I love your glasses.
Wow.
Really?
I love as Madam is looking so sensational. Honestly,
You see?
looking. Just promise me you are not going to smile. I want to say some few words. You won't laugh.
Okay.
Okay? Shall we go? You are looking tantalizingly gorgeous.
I'm laughing. I'm not even smiling.
Now you are laughing.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to say anything. I won't laugh. Okay, so that's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Madam. You're looking so just as usual. You know.
Sir, thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Akinyanmis. They are welcoming you. Smart advisor. Thank you.
Smart advisor, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Before we start, one straight question.
Wow.
One straight question is going to
Smart advisor. Hope you can hear us. We want to know if you guys are hearing us very well.
Is everybody hearing us very well?
Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We can hear you.
Just give us your own view.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, go on.
Give us your own view.
Okay.
Of just one word of these long distance marriages. How is it? Good, fair, poor, bad, sour, sweet? Just in one word, describe long distance marriages.
Horrible.
Sweet. I can we say sweet.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Uncalled for. This is great.
That is the Ogata of them all.
The Ogata
of them. So,
yeah.
So, we'll start today's episode with the very first question. Okay. I'm coming. I have to write some of the questions down as per the request. Okay. As per the request. So, I'll start with communication has always been an issue in long distance marriage.
Yeah.
How are you able to cope with gap in communication due to long distance?
Okay, good question. But as we always say, ladies go first, right?
I was thinking I thought you should do that.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Once again, it's so good to be here. Communicate, like I said, when you asked the first upfront and personal question, it was a horrible experience. Like 1 hour will not even be enough to say what this my two eyes saw in the distant relationship. And for the communication, it was yes, we tried to communicate, but I mean, there's a difference between I'm sitting with him, I'm up in his face, than you're on the phone. If you sneeze on the phone, you can say, oh, you are sneezing. Maybe because of what he said, that's why that time you are sneezing.
Exactly.
I mean, everything, we read the meaning to everything. We tried as much as possible. We tried to talk daily. We tried to do video calls and those things. But the long and short of this our matter is it's not a real mode. For the people that doesn't speak Yoruba, it's not a child's play. Like don't even go there. Like, but we tried. I mean, we tried, but it was not it was tough. It was tough.
Okay. Maybe madam was trying to be, polite, was trying to be. The fact, like she said, communication is key in relationship, but it was horrible. Really, because you need some certain things to communicate. You are not physical with each other. You cannot see each other. So you need a form of communication, which is internet. That's the only thing that is, that you can reach immediately. Now, coming from where we are at that time, to even get good internet, you know what it is. Apart from good internet, okay, if you have internet, what else do you need? You need a gadget. And you need electricity to charge this gadget, right? Telephone or laptop or computer. And that one too is a challenge. So those is number one of our challenge, that sometimes I call my wife and the phone it won't answer. And I will just, to be sincere with you, I hate such thing. When I call you and you don't respond, especially on mobile phone, and you don't respond, and you don't have the courtesy to call me back, I take it as an abuse. So that is number one of our challenge. Yes. So we know once she picked the call later or she tried to call me, the first thing I do is to ring. Hey, where were you? Where did you put your phone? And all that, we have to be real. That is why she said, really, that number one that was very difficult for us. Yeah. You want to ask another, or we should continue to explain that?
I relate with that. I'm going to ask another question, and I can relate with that very well. My own experience is very simple. The next time I call and she pick, my question is, it is called mobile phone. I will call it like an Ijebu man. I'm not going to, the asset won't be touched. It won't be mobile phone. It is called mobile phone. So what were you doing? It is not mobile. It's not back phone. But and Madam is going to ask the next question.
Sorry, hold on. Just for the sake, for the sake of the viewers, we are not saying, okay, this is what we experience, but there can be solution. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we will talk about solution later, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, let's do it this way. Talk about it and the solution, so that we move from one topic to the another. We don't need to come back. With the exception of if there is a question on it, we'll revisit. So what is the solution to that?
For me, everybody, all counseling or marriage institute that you go to, number one thing they tell you is communicate, right? And they are very right? So once you have the opportunity, sorry, madam, we take care of baby now. Once you have the opportunity to have, because we are not talking about Nigerians alone. There are some countries that have everything good for them, like light and like where we are now. They don't suffer such. So it is important to communicate. One way you can do there are some things you can do is to, number one, set a time space for yourself. Set time when you will call. If it's in the morning, this time in the morning I will call you. Evening, afternoon, whatever. Then when you are communicating, use other form of communication. You can use gift. If you are not talking verbal to your phone, use gift to communicate with your partner. And if you are using phone, use picture, use different form of communication. Just send message. That is the most horrible part of communication when it comes to marriage. Using text message, it doesn't work. Video calls, voice call, pictures, setting time frame to call, so that you all are committed, both of you are committed to that time.
Wow. I think I really love that. And I want to say this. Somebody said something. He said, she's your wife. If you need to talk dirty with her. It is between both of you. See, all this one will start spiritualizing thing and be saying there is limit to communication. Like I said the last time, he said, be happy with the wife of your youth. Let a breast satisfy you. They didn't quote that word breast. I will keep repeating it.
Why are you looking at me?
You are trespassing. You are trespassing.
Trespassing is allowed. So
you quoted the Bible now.
Go to the Songs of Solomon. You want me to quote it for you? I'll quote it for you now. Be happy with the wife of your. I'm not the line I'm going to quote it. Let a breast satisfy you. That's what the Bible says. He mentioned the
again.
word REAST. I'm going to quote it along the line. Now, the issue is, if you need to talk dirty, it's your wife. I didn't say go and be doing rough things, but my dear, you your idiregele, I will come and see you one of these days. Permitted is allowed. For those who understand you are fine. For those who don't understand you, I don't want to. So you talk and you communicate, like you said, with something that is issue apart from text message. Now, Oni, can we go to the next one?
Yeah. It is well.
Kongani.
Like we all know, phone arguments, long distance fights, how were you able to manage it? Like, you call, I think is it
phone
almost
argument
like you argue on phone
to long distance
literally,
fight.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Okay, how do you manage phone fights?
Mama is saying I should not finish it.
Finish me. Finish.
Okay, so there's a particular one that, okay, so I have one bad, I don't know if it's a bad habit, but maybe because of the nature of my job, I'm a finance person.
Okay.
So you have to remember things with date, time, possibly the clothes the person was wearing when the event happened, and the spot at which it happened. So there was one I was just reminding him tonight. I was like, Ruby, I can't even remember. So I was going to, okay, so I was going to attend the management meeting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
And so I had two phones at that time. So by the time we got to the hotel for the management meeting, my boss got upset that we paid for a bigger hall and they were giving us a small hall. So he canceled the management retreat at that time. So we had to go back to the office, So the second phone I was holding, I forgot it on the table. The other one I had with me, I don't know what happened. It just went blank by the close of work that day.
Okay.
Apparently, my husband was calling me. He was calling me. And unfortunately, I just had a 4-month miscarriage that week. So it was more of like calling me to care. But because we've had a lot of rifts, so our call was just like, let me try and call you so that it's only as if I'm not talking to you. We got to that stage. And then he was calling and calling and calling and calling. And the phone I had was spoiled. The second one was nowhere to be found. So the second morning, I remember I went for a church program. So he eventually called my younger sister who was living with me. I said, Bole, where is your sister? That one said that she went to church. Just tell her that when she's back from that church, she should pack her load and go back and be living in that church. So when I came back, my sister was like, I'm telling you, my sister was like, sister.
Crash your head very well.
So when I came back, my sister was like, sister, that you and this your husband's matter. I am tired, though. That you people should not put me in the middle. I said, what happened? That he said he called my phone and they said they saw it at one hotel in the GRA. And I was like, oh, that was the hotel we're supposed to have a retreat. Maybe I told him. So I had to drive from, my house was Allen then. I had to drive from Ikeja, so from Allen to GRA, Ikeja, GRA. And then I got the phone and I called him with the phone I just got. I was like, Ruby, where are you? Where have you been? He said that you are going crazy or what is this that is going on with you? And unfortunately, thank God it's all in the past now. Unfortunately, I was like, let me even explain. My friend, what are you explaining? So the credit now finished. The credit finished that I was at Ikeja under bridge, trying to turn to Obafemi Awolowo. So I cannot never forget, and that was on the Saturday evening. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. My husband did not call me. I was calling, he was not picking my phone. I said, hey. Sorry?
Objection overruled.
I'm telling you. So I had to call, we have his friend, who is our group leader. We have a group, the worshipers, we travel around the world to sing and all. So I had to take that one down. Now I am tired. This thing people are calling marriage. Like, I don't think that marriage should be this hard. I'm tired. I don't want to even have this wala. And you know what happened from that point? So Shegun came to my office, called my husband, and then he tried to settle the matter. I did not use 2 weeks in that house. I moved out. Rented a new house that I did not tell my husband. Because I was just like, this, everything reminding me of this man. Fire, break them. I'm tired.
Honestly, it's not easy.
The man is here now. Anyway.
And then so I moved. But I mean, because I don't know, maybe I should just continue. Because we were fundamental. I mean, we had fundamental agreements. We didn't want the kind of homes we came from. So anything we do, something always brings us back. He's not at peace where he was. Me too, I was not at peace. Somehow, we came back, and then I had to tell him that, of course, we were looking for a house before he left in January. So I just used that one to care, and his money was in my account. I quickly went to pack money and rented house. You know, so for me, the thing is horrible. No, there's even there's not too
anyway, before you go on, for the benefit of the viewers, every reaction always comes with some. I mean, there must be something that makes people react to the way they react. For me, it's not justification, but the point is, telephone. I don't have my wife by me, so telephone in my security is my friend to her, to my family, not to her alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, so it is the most important thing that I expect my partner to take care of. I'm saying this because of the viewers. It's not because of me, because we passed that level now. If you have distant marriage, if you are in this kind of situation, if you are in this kind of situation, inform your partner. Telephone is your number one number one priority. It must be mobile, it must be charged, it must be ready, it must ring
but my
out.
phone don't ring out. I don't like my phone ringing out.
So she can, you know, she can be holding the phone and I'm calling and she will not hear because it's not ringing out. Maybe she will not use vibration. You understand? And somebody that is busy, she's always busy. My wife, how she don't like say she a workaholic. She works like, I'm telling you, if you employ my wife, oh my God, and she loves the job, like what she loves now, cooking. Oh my God, I can go hungry, and you that order food, we get food, you know, because she loves the job, the passion. She will throw the phone somewhere. She will not even remember food. So you see, it can be damaging. You have information you need to pass immediately. You heard about something that is going on around, insecurity going on in the country. So you need, as a man, you are thinking fast to solve problems. The only way you could solve the problem is through the phone. Yes. And now the phone is not available. So you see, it's a big challenge.
Wow. I will say this before the next question. One thing that has always been with Madam is this. Anytime I have very good news that I want to pass immediately, like it's boiling, pinching my body, it is that time that phone won't be available. like when I got the visa ready and eventually it's going to.
And he was ready to fight.
I was trying to call. I want to share the good news. I want to. Madam phone didn't ring until the next day.
And it was a talk of war because like
it was a talk of war.
Yeah, it's a war. Yeah.
So people were saying, what if there is network issue?
Yeah.
Women will always say there is network issue. He said that they are charging phone. Said that they are attending to your kid in that category. They are charging phone, attending to your kid. I don't know why, whether they make an announcement and arrangement between themselves that the phone should never be in ring. Our phone has never rang for how many years now that we've been together. So I come to realize sometimes I'm even here up. I want to speak to her down. Just try to say something. Phone will be beside her. Ring it. She won't know. So
anyway, there can be a solution. Hello, there can be a certain solution. Like she said, I had to call the sister that was living with her. So if you are in this situation, any one of us here, if you are in that situation and you have a grown-up child, or you have a neighbor, or you have somebody, so always have their contact too, because you don't know what can happen. You don't know what you are not going to leak information. You just want to pass that. Please, can you help me signify to my wife or call my wife attention that I'm trying to reach her, you know, something like that. I'm not saying to report your wife or your husband, just somebody that is around that you can reach out to, that can reach to him or her.
Yeah.
It will help.
And we have, hope you are reading your question. There's one
Please be
question.
reading the question too. I'm trying to read.
I cannot read.
Just
You know.
like, how can that relate to, please, women, please pack your load and go? Like, it's too expensive.
No. Okay. It wasn't that situation that led to her packing. She didn't want to have memory of what was happening in that house. There are other things that made her, but of course she was ready to go anyway. That wasn't
All right, sir. We can understand that.
Okay.
But for me, because of the nature of his job, he's not my first person to call. Okay, we can understand. Like, any emergency can pop up, and you can't just on in occasion situation that, like, yeah, should understand. Yeah, we should, like, sometimes our spouses should understand that it's not every time. Like, definitely there are times that you can't pick up, you know.
Yeah.
So, the next question.
So I'll go to the next question, please.
Yeah.
And
Spirit man, welcome.
this one, bro, you have to be factual.
Mm-hmm.
No dodge. Madam, let Oga. Okay. Man is an emotional being. How do you cope with no? You understand?
With no
sex, with no tinkling, with no sex. Let me mention. Yeah. How will you cope with no sex as in a foreign land?
Oh my God. Oh my God. My people, are you online?
1 year.
Anyway, without hiding things, it's not only for man.
Yeah.
It's not only because we always, okay, the question maybe is for me. Okay, I will answer.
Madam,
but it's not
that talk first. Madam, we talk. They say don't lie.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Okay. Issue of when we are adult, issue of stress without stress. I am of course human. I need it. For my experience, I was somebody I could say I've been stabbed. I've stabbed myself for a long time. Yes, and it's a story for another day. I stabbed myself for a long time. So it was a pleasure for me to get married. For now, see, I now got married, and I left the marriage 1 year, 2 years after. You see, so it was difficult for me. When I was away in Qatar, for those that I know, I was living alone. I prepare everything in expectation that my family will come. So I have a house. I rented apartment for ready that my family will join me. So I was okay at a point. But when that time comes, make I not lie, let me not lie. I will tell you, it got difficult. It will get to a point that it was so difficult that I will wake up in the morning or whenever I wake up, and you know what can happen, that my bed is wet. I have to be real with you. I have to be real. It's not that one thing you must. I'm not trying to judge anybody. I hate how do we call it? What is it? Visual or whatever sex, that I hate it. And I am somebody that when I see, can I say this? When I see my wife life, oh my God, sorry to say for people, you know what it means. So I always try to avoid, I always beg her, please don't show me anything that will aggravate my. So, like I said, I went, which is natural. If you are an adult, whether you are a pastor, you are wherever you are, if the nature comes calling, it will happen. So it's not a dream. I am not dreaming. It just come naturally. If you go to toilet itself, it will come naturally. So what I do is, yeah, Baba Tipu now. So since I don't want to, I try to, so to solve my problem, when I feel that, I try to mingle with, stay with friends. I remember I think was KG's Amos can be here if I like. I used to beg Amos, please come and sleep in my house. In fact, when the wife came, I was only, maybe they don't know that I was always calling them, please come and sleep in my house, because I needed people to be around me. I packed I moved from a house that was distant from my brother, Bosun. I moved to Bosun's place. I moved close to the church so that I can be thankful. In fact, my life in Qatar was go to office, go to church, go back home, go to office, go to church, go back home. like that. And when we have spare time, I call friends. We used to come together. KG is saying that. Yes, KG, you are right. I used to beg them just because like Bible say, an idle hand is devil's device. I know that if I am idle, I will start thinking about what I am not supposed to think about, So, and the problem about our phone, the internet, once you prop up something, you go online, something prop up and it's before you. And you want to do like Pastor Abi. Okay. You are going on the street, you see one slim, good looking lady. You must look now. Come on, naturally, So the way I solve it is to get busy, help myself mingle with people. And then we travel a lot. I invested in my relationship, in my marriage, so I don't usually have money. In fact, any holiday, you can't imagine that I've gone to Nigeria only to spend 2 days.
I'm going to ask the next question. I don't want you to go there now.
Okay, so I leave Madam. I'm
going to ask the next question. And because of our time, I will go straight to that question.
I want your answer to be straight.
And I want your answer to be straight and some little detail along with it.
Yeah, sure.
What, during those periods of separation, when you are a married bachelor and she is a married spinster, what was the craziest thing that you did?
Okay, as a couple or as individuals?
As couple.
Okay, so as couples, I remember that when we traveled, and I just, like I said, we had the fundamental agreement that we both had, or we have. So I invented phone sex. I told her, I said, I've read, they said we can make love on the phone. I was like, what kind of crazy girl is this? I said, let's explore it. We tried, but he didn't like it. And then it always left me in tears. We'll finish and I'll be like, what kind of crazy thing? Like, there's the guilt, there's the, like, it should be here. Like, I prefer, we are friends. Anyway, we married as total stranger. We went from meeting to marrying. So we didn't even have the opportunity of dating or courting, so, but the 5 years at the end of the day, we found out that was a blessing in disguise. So at a point, like 6 months, we were doing phone sex, but it left me more damaged than so what we now did was we did a lot of travels. We've come to Dubai to spend one night before, just one night. We came, slept, the midnight, we were back. We were back. I'm telling you, that was Easter 2014. I will never forget. We slept by the midnight. We were ready back way to the airport. That was how, you know. And then personally, I have good network of friends. I'm sure some of my friends are here. I'm a people's person. I'm a relationship person. I love people. So when you come to my house then in Nigeria, my house was always like a hostel. I can have like 10 adults in my house that I'm feeding, that they are there. Let's just be alayolo, let's just be there. Then later, when that one stops, everybody, the one that travel, people that have gone to work, I remember that me and my friends, we had what we call slumber party. Slumber party. Like I brought my friend, we wore pajamas, we danced all night and all. Like I was that crazy.
Right.
I carry with me and my friends. There's some of them will be here. We met in secondary school in '94. Some of them, like 12 or 13 of us, were still so connected. We're a group on WhatsApp. We go hang out, we wear our hot pants and go clubbing. We go for movies, we do things. I mean, just to get my mind off the fact that my husband is not there. And then after work, there are times I'm at work and my husband will call me on video call. In my mind, I've driven home, like I'm home. In my mind, in my brain, I'm home. I've seen my daughter, I've seen my nanny, I've seen my younger sister. And then my husband calls me and like, I'll just look up. Ruby, where are you? I'm home. My goodness, I'm still at work at 10:30 p.m. I'll just then take my car key and then start driving home. I mean, but for me, I was busy. At the point, it got to the stage that my husband was like, hey, because you have your friends. And I'm like, is it me that said you should not have friends? So me. So yeah, and then I have good network. Sorry?
By the distance. Someone is asking question like
now that's what they are explaining now.
You were asking question that how did they keep their love alive despite the distance? Yeah, that's exactly what they are talking about.
That's exactly what they are saying. Like one night trip to Dubai just to be able to release Kongi. Yeah. Like they put it.
And you know the unfortunate thing that day, we bought tickets. I had bought the ticket and at the airport I saw my period. So double dilemma. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
Wait. I want to say something about that before we move to the next question. Talking about period.
I don't know.
I don't know why we are so similar in any way. I will start a vacation and leave here to go to Nigeria. First 3 days of being in Nigeria, Madam has red flag.
That happened many times for me. Many times.
Book an hotel for Valentine before. On the eve of the Valentine or the day we arrive at the hotels, red flag.
It's gift.
We want to celebrate Madam's birthday. On the day of Madam's birthday that we're supposed to
for some
after party, red flag. I don't want to say anything.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, somebody is asking a question. I don't know whether we should answer it.
Okay.
He said, how did you keep your love alive despite the distance?
Yeah. We've answered now.
I think we've answered that. Okay, maybe we didn't test it out. I actually, before I got married, I've always told myself there is something crazy that I said to myself. And look, you have only one chance in this. Whether you marry a witch or you marry whatever you marry, you will go by it like that. That is my own foundation. And you want to say?
And before, well, for me, I told myself that either I'm not getting married. I like money. I like life. So marriage, yes, but for me, I told myself, even before, like I said, I didn't know him. He was a total stranger. We went from meeting to marrying. That whoever I marry, it is one chance I have at matrimony. So we will sit down there and make it work. You know, and he said his own without knowing me. I said my own without knowing him. And at the end of the day, we found out that we had something fundamental, which is we both have one chance at it, and we have to make it work. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'll move to the next question because we have maybe 10 minutes more before we go to the game. There is a game in. I don't know, you will still come back. Definitely. Maybe. I know time is up. We have 1 hour short at this, and then we're running out of time. the next question will be asked, and that will be question number 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. Financially, were you able to save much during those period? You know, like,
of course, no.
like,
Of course, we are using our money. We are using our money for flight tickets
And hotels.
and hotels. So of course, that already. We invested a lot to make the marriage work. That's for me. That is the important thing. Money will come again. We are here together now. Whatever we make, if we can save, fine. If we cannot save, but fundamental, we cannot leave that. Marriage is marriage. You don't have another.
Yeah, because why we ask that question, some people will say if they are not with their family, they are able to save a lot. They spend less money. The house for the family is costlier than the one when you stay all alone.
Of course. Don't forget, I came across some of them are here. I came across some people in Doha that I had to fight them that, look, how can you be so mean, keeping a wife at home for 5 good years without going home? How much are you making? Okay, but some people, they will go to share apartment so that they can have more money maybe it wasn't my mistake, because I was still having faith that my family will come. So I rented apartment ready for them to come in. So I stayed like that and I was running 2 bills, home in Nigeria and here. So for me, if you don't want to lose your marriage, then don't do such thing. And that is the most. We are in this part of the world. Okay, I can say this because we are in this part of the world. We have opportunity to go home at a certain time. But of those people that are in US, for example, that they are waiting for passport. So is in that condition, please, before you leave your spouse, before you leave your partner, make agreement down. Know exactly what you are entering into. If you need children, if you are young married, don't do it. If you need children, have enough children first that you want to have first before you embark on it. Because if you get there and you don't get the passport, so how will your family come? A lot of people are in this dilemma. A lot, especially in Western world. And they are, it's just proper planning. Once you plan properly and you've achieved some certain things that you can achieve together, then you can embark on it. Anywhere you are in the world, God has created something for you there.
That's great.
Wow, that is great. We'll go to the next question.
Yeah.
And before we go to the next question, I will appreciate that last response. Your family first before you think about the money. Yeah. Because when you eventually make the money and you...
Yes, and the marriage is broken. You have nothing.
It's a total waste. I am an advocate. I used to go home at least 3-4 times a year. Right from here. I don't mind spending the money because at the end of the day, it's all about my family. Because I left very young. Our own case is quite different. We were just 3 or 4 months married when I left. But thank God, something is already there within those 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. I said this is a natural program when we give it raw. We don't, sermonize it here. Nobody is giving a sermon. We are talking life experience with marriage. And that goes to the next question. And the question is, considering what you went through.
Yeah.
Madam, can you help me with that? Because that's Madam's question, by the way. So,
considering what you went through in terms of stress, to relocate your family with you, sir, and for Mama to be with you, whichever way, do you think there is anything whatsoever that can stop you from working towards having a beautiful marriage?
Having a beautiful marriage. For me, there is nothing.
Good.
There is nothing. It's just your mindset.
Yeah.
It's just not before your mindset itself. It is God ordained thing.
Yeah.
Where we know that there are some people that didn't get married, but we will hear some of the story that come about it. It is human natural thing for a man and woman to be together. So marriage is unique, is God principle, is you all I can say, try everything to make sure that you see, if the point the evil is even that if you don't marry when you are supposed to, or if you refuse to marry, so when you get old or old age, what happens to you? I've seen old people that maybe divorced or lost their spouse somehow, and at the end of the day, they are suffering because they need a partner that will help them in the house for things, and they couldn't achieve. So marriage is an institute that you cannot compromise anything. You shouldn't compromise anything for it. For my own.
That's good,
Okay.
sir. Listen to this question, ma. So what advice do you have for couples who still believe that marriage cannot be enjoyed?
Okay. What advice I have for them is that I don't know. I think this is divine because we had this discussion in my home this morning about being deliberate. And for me, I have, like I say, I have natural gift of counseling. So I'm not a trained counselor, but I counsel people. And to the glory of God, we are seeing results.
Yeah.
You cannot give what you don't have. That is the first thing. So if marriage is not going to define you, and it's not going to define me as Adeshola. But who was Adeshola before Adeshola met Gabriel? You have to define who you are. And that way, when I know who I am, I'm a builder, whatever I touch turns to gold, then I'm going to create value in somebody's house or home, and the person is adding value to me. Now, if it is not working, I am sorry. I am not an advocate of Roju. I'm not an advocate of manage. That was the exact word I used for my husband this one. You cannot, there are some things you cannot cope with.
Yeah.
If it's a relationship, you can say that, okay, let me be dating him. Maybe in the next 6 months, if the thing did not work, we break up. But this is a marriage. So it's either you are in it or you are not in it. But before you say that, you have to ask yourself, who am I? You cannot go and put you don't know who you are, to go and put it on somebody else. It's wickedness. And it takes two to tango. Somebody is pulling, and somebody is not pushing. The thing is going to water down. Yeah. So both of you have, and it's not a thing that, oh, me and my husband, we are friends today, therefore we are friends forever. No. It takes, you have to be deliberate. Like, I want to be his friend. For me, I tell my husband, the best thing I've achieved in these 9 years together is that we end up being friends, despite everything that has happened. So when I say that the thing is I've given my husband different names, from captain to my commander to general to everything, but we still come back to the fact that all these things, I want us to be friends. Because me, I'm a happy soul. If you know me, I'm a very playful person. Once I'm comfortable with you, as in, I love joy. I carry joy. I love love. So I cannot be with a cold person. It is not going to work. I can't be with a sadist, and I'm happy that, to the glory of God, precept by precept, step by step. So for me, I'll tell anybody, first and foremost, define who you are before you go and marry. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is that be deliberate at a time. Yeah, I be deliberate with both of you, and you cannot say because you are friends today, you are friends tomorrow. No, you continually build. Is a thing, and don't.
Continue.
If you see that the thing is not working, have the communication. Maybe it's even healthy for both of you to. For us, we realized later that the 5 years of separation was God's way of solidifying us.
Yeah.
At the end. So we are better for it today.
better.
Yeah, thank you.
I will quickly want to put a stop for day today, but not now. There is something we need to do. We'll ask one last question, but before the last question, can I have the basket?
Before the last question, you have
Gang. You see this?
Are we winning ticket to Miami?
There are 5 questions there. All right?
Are we winning ticket to Miami?
yeah.
Don't worry. Ticket, you don't need to go there right now. Even the people in Miami are coming to Dubai because Dubai is the happy place where the best of the features are. So, we are writing a player here to bring us to Dubai so that we can come and have 2 weeks with you.
Exactly.
You are welcome to our home.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question 1 to 5. You are going to pick 1 question each, and we are going to read. And at this moment, Oga, don't look at this again.
Just mention the number you want to pick.
Just mention the number, and the rule is when we ask the question, you don't need to look at her face to answer.
Madam first.
So, Madam first, your number.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
Wow.
Number 3, I'm coming.
Okay.
Wait to see. I will show it to you on the screen. Can you see it?
Okay.
Number 3.
That's number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay.
Oga, your own number, please.
7.
Just 1 to
1
5.
to 5.
1 to 5.
Yeah, 1 to 5.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5.
Show to Oga.
So you have your number 5 here.
Okay.
Hope I'm right.
I am going to read Madam question first. Oh, I shouldn't be asking this anyway. I know the answer already.
Okay.
Who better cook?
Oh my goodness.
Ojoro.
Of course it's me.
It's Ruby's kitchen.
So we're going one more round question
Okay,
for
now
this
this one is for you, sir. Number 5. Yeah.
one. Number 5.
Who wants more kids? If you're the one, just
Oh my goodness.
Who wants
Who?
kids? Who wants
Don't
more
look
kids?
Nobody. Nobody.
Same thing with
We
Madam.
both agree. We
Madam,
both
can
agree.
you
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys in the league. Try to get to our number anyway.
Oga, you be Oga pata about them.
Last question for today.
The last for today.
Yeah, like now, what is your advice to everyone that is passing through this long distance marriages? Or marriage, yeah.
On the final note.
On the final note.
What is the advice?
That you guys are like,
They should remain the way they are at different continents. They should find a way to come together. They should just, whatever the advice you have for them. 1 minute.
Okay. My advice, we have discussed some of them. Like we said, marriage, we are talking distinction between what we are discussing. We are not discussing about distant relationship if you are not married. We are talking about distant marriage. So that means that you are in the marriage. So what you should do, like I said, have a plan. Have a plan. If you at all need to move out or separate yourself, have a plan first. Know exactly where you are going and the challenges or pluses that you will get. Agree together the way you will go about it. Agree together the way you will go about it. If you are newly married and you need kids, it's better to make all your children first before you go.
Thank you very much. I think we want Madam to speak. I'm sorry I will have to cut it short because Madam will have to give us the final word because we will be on the dot of 1 hour now. Almost just 1 or 2 minutes. Madam, on the final word.
Okay, on the final note.
Yeah.
On the final note, do not try this at home. Don't try it.
high five for you, madam.
Don't try it. It's not for me. I told my husband was telling me, like he was suggesting that I go to further my story. I told him the day I leave this Dubai, this UAE, I'm stepping on a plane. Now you are not on that plane. I'm not going anywhere. Let's be here.
Imagine.
Stay together. There is no. I mean, it doesn't worth it really. In the end, the stress is too much. There is no point. There is no point.
Wow. Instagram is telling us we have 1 minute 53 or seconds remaining.
So
and before they will cut us off, we want to appreciate you. And all the viewers out there. Today's turnout was fantastic. We really appreciate everyone that turns out. And we want to say this: we'll still be knocking on the door. We'll still be knocking on the door. We'll keep you informed when we will knock. And there has been a lot of questions that we see. Some has been answered, some not. We will say this: thank you very much, and we appreciate your coming, madam. We thank you, love you, we love the family.
Thank you so much, madam.
We'll be putting this on our YouTube channel, please. We'll be putting this on our YouTube channel. We'll send the links to you. Anybody that wants to listen to this that has not been chanced to watch right now can come over to the YouTube channel and watch the video. Thank you very much.
I want to thank my friends too, those that are here. All of them, I can see you from Finland, from America, from everywhere. Thank you very much. We are here. Once you need us, just inform us. We are available. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Everything you